Hello everyone and welcome to the Shadow Realm. Today we're going to showcase my first place Beetrooper Deck Profile. But friendly reminder before we start, make sure to subscribe to the channel for more videos like this. Now let's jump right into the deck profile. We're playing triple copies of Beetrooper Scout Buggy. Upon summon, this card summons a copy of itself from deck, hand or graveyard. Alongside Scout Buggy, we're playing triple copies of Beetrooper Scale Bomber. This is the Kagemucha Knight of the deck and also acts as a Ghost Ogre on field by tributing itself or another insect. Now to round up the Beetrooper we're playing in the main deck, we're playing double copies of Beetrooper Sting Lancer. This acts as a DD Crow in hand and also searches for spells or traps. As for the extenders in the deck, we're playing double copies of Pinball the Attacker and double copies of Pin the Bullseye. Pin the Bullseye also burns our opponents for 200 damage, and that's a very relevant effect, especially in time. Keep in mind that Pinball the Attacker locks you into insects for the rest of the turn. We're also playing triple copies of Sting the Poison. This is the best Battlewasp in the deck that searches upon summon and also acts as a negate by tributing another insect in the field. And for the last Battlewasp in the deck, we're playing a single copy of the Rapid Fire that upon normal summon, special summons a level 3 or lower insect from the graveyard. And another great normal summon from the deck is triple copies of Galaxy Worm. If we control no other monster on the field, it summons a copy of itself from the deck. It's usually great to start by normal summoning this and then proceed to summon Beetroopers or Battlewasps. And then the heart and soul of the deck, we're playing triple copies of Resonance Insect. Now when this card is sent from the field to the graveyard, it searches a level 5 or higher insect, and when it's banished, you can send an insect to the graveyard. And neither of these effects are once per turn. And then the usual target that we send to the graveyard is Kokipole, that can add a level 4 insect to the hand. We're then playing a single copy of Kumongoose, since it's a searchable kaiju that we can search with Resonance Insect. And then for the extended that we can add with Resonance Insect is one copy of Doomdozer, that can special summon itself by banishing 2 insects from the graveyard. And for the only brick in the deck, we play one copy of Black Sea Squadder that we can special summon with the effect of the Kokipole. And the beauty about the Beetrooper deck is the fact that we can search Contact Sea and Retaliating Sea, and the reason that Max Sea can never return to the game. And for the spice of the deck, we're playing a small Speedroid package that we can use in order to special summon the Babuzzling Shadow early on our combos and protect us from Nibiru. Now let's go to the spell lineup. We play a single copy of Monster Reborn in order to get our resources back to the field and continue our combos. We're also playing one copy of Beetrooper Formation. This is then a great extender that we usually search with Sting Lancer. Now moving on to the Psyche 1-offs, we're playing one copy of Called by the Grave to counter some of the hand traps, and we're also playing one copy of Golden Sarcophagus. This card allows us to banish the Resonant Insect and set Kokipole to the graveyard and continue with our plays. And we're of course playing one copy of Flying Sting. It negates and destroys the monster that activates the effect and also resets itself to the field. Now for the rest of the cards in the main deck, we're playing triple copies of Infinite Impermanence, because this card can play easily around Triple Tactics Talent, that's actually easily obtainable through the Mega Tin. And we're also playing double copies of Triple Tactics Talent. In my opinion, you should always play 2 copies because 3 is really bricky, especially in this deck. And now let's move on to the extra deck. We're playing the single copy of Salman Great Almirage. This is mandatory in order to link off the Resonance Insect. Then for the generic back row removal, we're playing a single copy of Nightmare Phoenix. In some scenarios, we really need a generic insect in order to combo off, so we're playing a single copy of Shinobi Insect. These other effects are not relevant. Moving on, a really important combo piece is Injector Pick of Fallen. Upon summon, it equips Resonance Insect to another insect on the field, and she can also shuffle back 3 insects from the graveyard back to the deck and draw 1 card. Now the heart and soul of the extra deck, and the reason this deck is really good, is Beetrooper Armorhorn. This card grants you another normal summon and can also banish 3 insects from the graveyard to get itself back to the field. Then we're playing a single copy of Seraphim Papillion in order to link Life into Access Code or revive interruption during our opponent's turn. Then we're playing 2 copies of Beetrooper Invisible Atlas. This card cannot be destroyed or targeted by card effects while it has 3000 or less attack and can also special summon a monster from the deck. And in order to finish our opponents at turn 3, we're playing a single copy of Access Code Talker so we can clear the board. Then for the Exist monsters of the deck, we're playing a single copy of Cicada King and one copy of Babuzzling Shadow. With certain hands we can make Concept Shadow early and protect our boards. And the last card in the extra deck, if you haven't already guessed it, is a copy of AA Zeus. Now let's move on to the side deck. Here we're playing double copies of Effect Veiler, since this card is really impactful, especially against a Tri-Brigade matchup. We're then playing double copies of Retaliating Sea and double copies of Contact Sea. We usually max out in either of those, depending on the matchup that we face, but I personally love the Dark Law effect of Retaliating Sea. Then for some macro hate, we're playing triple copies of Evenly Matched. Moving forward, after BODE, this card would be very impactful, especially against the King of Sky Prison. I highly suggest you get your copies now. And of course, we're also playing the triple copies of Cosmic Cyclone. Although this deck has some relevant effects in the graveyard, I prefer Cosmic Cyclone because you'd really need the extenders in the hand. And then, the blowout card of the deck, we're playing triple copies of Rivalry of the Warlords. In this deck we can afford to special summon only insects, and that's great especially against decks that rely to special summon different types of monsters. And that basically wraps up today's deck profile. If you enjoyed the video, don't forget to like and leave a comment down below on what you enjoyed the most. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel for more videos like this. Stay safe, and I will see you all in the Shadow Realm.